Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Company Heroes 1 replay. Spawn on bottom side as the US forces with GoodToGo. Spawn on the north side as the Wehrmacht forces with Panther Daddy. I prefer using the term father than daddy. Second set of pioneers being employed and out. Looks like no additional pioneers. Engineers being employed and out. And we do got a third squad of engineers. From Dubai? Interesting.
Prick up your ears, people.
Nope. Of course, this community is relatively small. You get a lot of people from a lot of different countries. I know the Company Heroes co2.org. There's a lot of people from different countries. At least that's what they say with all the flags. Engineers kept the munitions point. Let's design for more munitions. Actually, a late barracks here. Interesting. Was designed for capping pressure along the right side, trying to secure some resources. First, let's see now. What do you think it's going to be? Volksgrenadiers, MG42, motorcycle, Schimwagen. I'm guessing Schimwagen. And Volksgrenadiers. I'd never guess that correctly.
Engineers, saddle up.
Pioneers eyeing to capture that strategic point there. Engineers going to advance forward. They can perhaps stick behind this light cover. Pioneers are trying to avoid and trying to get into the garrison now. And the engineers do get some damage there. They don't appear to took any damage in return. Pioneers took about 1 bullet's worth of damage. After all, both their damage output is incredibly low. And I do have the Volksgrenadiers pushing me forward. They should be able to deal with the engineers no problem. Got these engineers now trying to deploy some sandbags, trying to capture this fuel point. It is behind this cutoff point here, so he will not net any resources from it, just trying to knife his opponent. Volksgrenadiers now advancing on forward, getting some damage there onto the engineers. Granted, those 2 pioneers will make the capping pressure a little bit slow for the Wehrmacht player. The 3 engineers will result in the US player some good capping pressure. And he actually went delayed barracks there, so the rifleman squad comes out a little bit later than the Volksgrenadiers, but now being pushed on forward as well. Engineers decapturing up this cutoff point, but it's only a cutoff point for himself, not for his opponent, because this point is the cutoff point. Additional Volksgrenadiers advancing forward. They do get some rifle fire on the engineers. Engineers maybe just want to stick to cover. Soft returning wave not result in anything good for the US player. He's probably needs to retreat back sooner rather than later. The Volksgrenadiers are advancing. Looks like they didn't really properly pursue the engineers. Now they're down to 1 last model there. Pioneers on the retreat here. Pioneers will not likely get the wipe there, but will definitely prevent them from pushing any farther forward unretreated.
Breaks over, back to the war.
Volksgrenadiers not eyeing for a bit of heavy cover there. There is not negative ground here, even though it is a road. And the sandbags have deployed field. He actually deployed a little bit of second. Rifleman squad does drop a model there. Does drop a second model there quite quickly. Volksgrenadiers have now dropped a model. But I think the Rifleman squad will lose out. Losing 2 models immediately like that was pretty good for the Volksgrenadiers. And now the Rifleman squad is falling back. Pretty low in health, but should be fine to not be wiped out. There's nothing on the retreat path. The Volksgrenadiers do have 3 models alive. Not a whole lot, but there's a second squad here. So the second Rifleman squad will have trouble versus those 8 models. Volksgrenadiers are now behind some light and heavy cover there. The Rifleman squad decided not to advance forward, which is probably a good idea. Engineers not being upgraded. Flamer, very nice. He's going to keep the 3-man Volksgrenadier squad along with the 5-man squad, able to deal with any rifleman on a 1v1 situation quite easily, because it would be more than just a 1v1. Lay down some more sandbags there. This can be a double-edged sword, because the rifleman squads can use those sandbags as well. Flamethrower, try and rotate around towards the rifleman squad, trying to keep them together so they engage together. And to be engaged with each other, right?
Yep. Rifles ready for battle. Yeah.
Looks like it's a little bit passive at the moment. Engineers captured this munitions point, and now this munitions point is starting to be decaptured. We got the rifleman squad and a engineer squad captured the left flank. Overall, looks like better field control by the US player. Rifleman squad could just sit behind that heavy cover there. And now we do have all the flame engineers advancing forward, and it looks like they can fire the fire from the heavy cover there. Got Infantry C1 now deployed out by the Wehrmacht player. Very nice. Engineer squad respect 1 less model. Very nice. Rifle squad, with the Pioneer squad here, it can still go either way. He needs to focus on the Pioneer squad first. Pioneer squad will need to retreat relatively soon. Doesn't have a whole lot of health remaining, and now he stands away from the heavy cover there. And wipes out the Pioneer squad entirely. Rifleman squad could be wiped out by the Volks Grenadiers. No, there's still 3 models remaining. Does get one last model. It does fall back in time. Now we do have MG42 out in the field. Rifleman squad engage the Volks Grenadiers. I think, yeah, those Volks Grenadiers will win out in the long run. They have a little bit of light cover there, and plus the efficiency will help them out as well. Additionally, the other Volks Grenadier squad advance forward. The 7 models remaining may need to keep them together in order to engage Rifleman squads. To capture both these points, however, at the same time, they're nice and close by. Don't have to split them up too far. I do got a Pioneer and Volks Grenadier being pushed on out, and this Volks Grenadier is not a fresh one. He has 3 squads of Volks Grenadiers versus 3 squads of Riflemen, 2 squads of Flamer Engineers, reinforcing everything, barring, and now it's pushed forward, barring this last Rifleman squad. Rifleman squad here does fall back. Engineers have captured some good amount of sectors. I do not see any landmines so far deployed on out. In theory, this map is US favored, but at a medium-high level, it's actually a good Wehrmacht map. Good to know. This map, it seems pretty open, even though it also seems not open at the same time. Entry 42 does find some great suppression here, and that will instantly get him a win in that engagement. And these Volks Grenadiers are still not reinforced, and their health regen is kicking in quite nicely. I think this 3-man squad is fully healed. The 4-man squad may get some more health regen.
Ready for the crowds. Ready to fight, sir.
The Wehrmacht can easily close off half the map, that's the problem. Yeah, MG42s can be very useful. It's open, but yet laney, to say the least. Because, for example, it's nice and open here, some light cover sprinkled in, but an MG42 can easily cover up this entire region, which is all they need to tech to victory.
Now we can sniff out those mines. Looks like we fight today.
If, for example, another spot is right here, they can put MG42, cover up both of these areas as well. I mean, this area seems like open. You can like see these very open areas, but it can easily be locked down by MG42s, bunkers, and all that sort. Now got the Kriegsbarracks being employed on out. Going for a Pack 38. Real Center now deployed on the field, getting some much needed health regen. No bar, no grenade research. Now do have the supply yard being employed on out. He may be eyeing for a Greyhound.
Look sharp, Rifleman. Ready for the crowd.
Rifleman squad now seeing a bit of fire there. He does have a minesweeper here, very nice. But so far I've spotted no landmines for the sweep. Of course, you can't really tell that yourself until you find one with your feet. Supply yard's now complete. We don't see the motor pool just yet. Now the 3 Rifleman squads are pushing it forward, and the MG42 set up in a great position right here. Finds 1 squad, 2 squads, 3 squads, and the 4th squad will get suppressed, no problem. And as Holland Blogs, able to overrun these infantry forces, but it's hard locked down by a single MG42. Rifleman squad 4, Rifleman squad eyeing for a flank. These guys just hold the line, allowing these other forces to advance forward, trying to overrun the MG42. Does overrun the MG42, gets it fully wiped out. He could try picking it up for himself. Grenade frag, grenade has been researched. No, this one's staying in the fight. He's not on the capture. 2 flamethrowers getting some great damage on the Grenadiers. Grenadiers throw a grenade that's pretty stacked up there. Does do good dodge there. Took a lot of damage, but took a little losses. Now the Rifleman squad, wounded Rifleman squad, will be grabbing himself an MG42 and may want to fall back to that Rifleman squad. It could fall back to the MG42. It has a bit of health to work with. I'm always one of those paranoid people who like to keep stuff topped off in health. I thought that engagement was going to go horrible for the US player. Didn't go great, but the excellent flank resulted in a victory. Actually, recovery bunker, I'm guessing?
We finished construction.
And now you got a nice little landmine here. Or they're not very little, are they? I mean, they're about, what, 2 feet big, 3 feet big. Yeah, 2 feet, I bet.
Rifle squad defending.
Reporting construction complete.
Deploys out 2 landmines there. Interesting.
Losing a victory point. We are losing a victory point.
Flaming engineers running around. Did I see another landmine? Yes, we do see another landmine there. The US player is going for a lot of landmines. Let's see if the Wehrmacht player has deployed out a doctrine just yet. No, we don't see a doctrine. See another... Oh, grenade warfare. Very nice. He's probably getting that to engage the captured MG42. Plus, this map I can see pretty good for mortars. Especially around this tree line. There's a big line of sight blocker for mortars. Additionally, there's even just movement blockers, say, around these fences from which the mortar could pull out in this region and at least prevent it from being overrun from towards the bridge. Volksgrenadiers advancing forward. Aid station complete, so now I can recover casualties. And you may want to focus on the Flamer squad. Getting some great damage on the Rifleman squad. Flamer's now getting some hits on Volksgrenadiers. Rifleman squad about to get wiped out. Rifleman squad, he may want to focus on the Rifleman now. He does escape off that Rifleman. Grenadiers or Volksgrenadiers maybe find that landmine relatively soon. Grenade warfare set on up. We do have a minesweeper here, very nice. Now do have Vet 1 support units. The Pioneers did need a bit of help there, and also improves the grenade warfare. Oh, and now is not a good time for the MG42 to rotate around. Probably could have stayed around here, set up an angle to cover this area and this area. Oop, and grenade warfare takes out one of the landmines. Very nice. Pioneer squad does fall back there. Still another landmine in this region. There's another landmine here as well. What if you realize they actually detonated a landmine? There's no crater there from the landmine since it's on top of a bridge.
That's clear. Mines deactivated.
Oh, I heard mines deactivated, so we did find one landmine, so he may be aware of more landmines now. Rifleman squad moving around.
Pioneers reporting full strength.
We are losing ground.
Taking fire.
Rifleman squad capturing that point. Oh, here this Rifleman squad is trying to decapture this munitions point. Squad pinned. Oh, he found that landmine there. Didn't lose any models, but it will take a bit of time for them to heal up. He could use some medical supplies. He has 350 munitions. How on earth does he have that many munitions? Goes a grenade, receives a grenade. Massive grenade hit there on the Grenadiers and Volksgrenadiers. Rifleman squad does fall back there. And I got that soul phase now researched. Does he have a... Yeah, that's why he has so much munitions. There's an observation post there on the munitions point. Any observation posts over here? No, we do not.
Pioneers have the point.
Right now, the Wehrmacht player has a good amount of manpower, good amount of munitions, not a lot of field at the moment. He's probably going to go for a 2, 3, 4 relatively soon. Flame Engineers and Rifleman squad stands forward. Grenade warfare flinches the Flame Engineers and does fall back now. All the landmines are either detonated or swept. This player does not have a whole lot of munitions, spends quite a bit on landmines, which is very nice. Grenade warfare in a good angle there. There's a good line of sight blocker there as well. And the US player does spot the grenade warfare. Maybe trying to overrun it. He's going to throw a landmine down right there. Or gently place it on top of the stone. Now let's say throw it. The thing you throw are grenades, not mines.
Armored car here.
Greyhound now plotted on field, being upgraded to armored skirt. You don't really need the 50 cal. The 50 cal is nice, but definitely go for the armored skirts. He may have saw that engineer place down landmine there at the edge of his vision, so detonating it like that is very nice. Flame engineers advancing forward, receiving quite a bit of fire. There's 2 engineers in this region. Grenadier may want to throw a stick grenade in this area. Grenadier's now receiving quite a bit of damage there. Grenadier's now suppressed. And one of the flame engineers does get wiped out. Grenade has been thrown on top of the MG42. Let's get some great damage on there. Grenadier squad needs to fall back really soon. Oh, so wounded. And the grenade warfare does connect the MG42, wiping it out. Grenadier squad now falls back. Both folks Grenadiers are still suppressed. Medics charging forward trying to pick up some casualties, but the US player will likely gun them down. And immediately guns them down. Right now, let's see how many casualties have been recovered. We do have 2 casualty recovers, so that could have netted him a free Grenadier. Grenade Warfare eyeing for a hit. He may be barraging the MG42 itself. No, he fires a random shot and detonates a landmine. And now we've got battle phase. Will we see a Panzer IV?
They are attacking secure
It's getting some good damage on the
territory.
observation post. As, oops, went crazy with the minimap. He may not have seen the Greyhound just yet. When he sees a Greyhound, he may want to get the Grenadier upgrade of a Panther Shrek or 2. More landmines being employed on out, very nice. And this is a large amount of munitions. You can go for many doctrines for powerful abilities. I'm more leaning right now towards Blitzkrieg Manpower Blitz, since he has battle phase, or you go for Terror Doctrine to get the more powerful off maps. Defensive is always nice, but I don't. With that amount of munitions, I would go greedy and go for Terror. Takes out that Rifleman squad entirely, very nice. Now with the MG42 suppressing the Minesweeper, does find the landmine there, does suppress these forces. Another US landmine right there. Volksgrenadiers advancing forward, getting some good damage. It does sweep that landmine. The Grenadiers may find this landmine there, and does spot that landmine now. He knows that how many landmines spawn on the field, he has to go for push the Minesweeper forward. Now the Volksgrenadiers are pushing forward. There's no landmine in that region, and the Grenadiers can suppress thanks to the Grenade Warfare. And there is a landmine right there. No landmines upon this path, looks like.
The enemy advances.
Volksgrenadiers not advancing forward until the Minesweeper pushes on forward. Looks like he's not exactly pushing them on forward just yet. And he did not say the observation post. We got Veteran C2 infantry. Not deploying out the Panzer Command just yet. M8, M242, and Riflemen and Flame Engineers advancing forward. US players lost quite a bit of units, honestly. Grenadiers and Volksgrenadiers advancing forward. Grenadiers do not have a Panther being researched. X-Files does connect, but that's about all he can do, and does fall back all those forces. But his forces are pushing forward. He does have 2 Volksgrenadiers for 2 Panzer-Files to hit that Greyhound. You don't think Tier 4 is a good idea? Gets a damage crit, engine crit on the Greyhound, very nice. Observation post now completed on the fuel point. He is eyeing for fuel for the Panzer Command items. Yes, he's likely going for a Panzer IV or for... Oh, there's a Sherman tank. We do now have something else being employed out here. Let's see if we've got a doctrine. Another Sherman tank to be employed on the field. At this point in time, he may need a Panther if there's 2 Sherman tanks out. Or soon to be out. The US player is not stuck at doctrine. Likely he can't go for armor. Infantry's not half bad. Airborne, he does not have enough munitions for airborne, but does have 70 munitions per income.
The Germans are seizing territory from us.
Let's see, if I 2 shoots, all the things he needs. That would be useful. Considering how laney this map is, it would be hard for Shermans to flank them. And Nebels can be a good job to counter AT guns, likely. When his opponent does deploy out AT guns, that is. 2 Sherman tanks now deployed on the field, not going for 50 cals. Oh wait, there's a 50 cal on that one. No 50 cal on this one. Yeah, Shermans are bad against armor, but they actually do reasonably well versus infantry. He's probably wants them to hit both armor and infantry sort of mentality. Rifleman squads are advancing forward, trying to get some damage to the Grenadiers. Stick grenade being thrown. Does get one of the Rifleman models there. He was lagging behind. Two squads of Volks are advancing this flank. Grenadiers and Volks Grenadiers are trying to engage these riflemen. Soon these riflemen will get overran. Now the Grenadier squad does fall back. Sherman tanks push forward. I don't think there's any Wehrmacht landmines in this region, or at all I've seen played on the map. Rifleman squads receiving too much fire there, trying to pursue their retreating forces. It does fall back there. How many casualties did they claim? So just the 2. Other medics not moving around, so there's no more casualties for the Wehrmacht player. And we do have Blitzkrieg being selected. He needs more fuel income if he really wants to make sure get manpower blitz into a lot of armor assets, though. Pack 38 now being employed out in the field. Advance 4 does spot the fuel observation post. It may get an indication that he has gone for battle phase. Pioneer squad could get wiped out by the Sherman tank. They're pretty stacked up on each other. This Sherman tank has received quite a bit of damage from the pair of Panzerfaust. Volksgrenadier squad, one of them desperately needs to fall back. The balls, they both should fall back. Both are falling back now. Pioneer does receive a loss there. Does capture the fuel point before falling back. He needs to procure more fuel.
Americans are seizing.
Do have some Panzerschrecks now deployed on the field. It was a Panzerschreck with a Pack 38 pushing way forward. Do we see that other medic charging on forward? I see both medics are there. Ooh, great hit there from the Sherman tank. Pack 38 is set up in a relatively defensible position. MG42 and Greyhound just keeping the flank secure, and now got the manpower blitz selected. This, of course, give him a very good reserve of manpower. You have now the Pioneer engaging the Engineers, both minesweepers, so we've got 1 SMG versus 2 SMGs. The Pioneers drop a model, they'll have no SMGs up and going. Those are the veterans see the Pioneer is winning out, even though he's technically outnumbered 2 to 1. Yeah, but he wasn't receiving a lot of fire in return. Pack 38 rolls no hit there, or a shot.
What are your orders?
And now do you have a Panther being put on field? I do agree with the Panther, the 2 Sherman tanks on the field. Then he potentially can follow it up with some Ostwind. Though with the amount of manpower he has, he could go for Knights Cross Holders. He also does have 2 levels of veteran siege, so Knights Cross Holders maybe wouldn't be half bad. Most Rangers are suppressed by the MG42. Sherman tank advance forward, get some damage there. No reduction the Wehrmacht player has. His munitions income at the moment is quite pathetically low. Now it's just down to 5. Right now, it has gone for armor. It has gotten the field repairs. Looks like eyeing for Calliope. Another Sherman tank has now been completed, so he's deployed out 3 Sherman tanks. We need to keep those missions high for field repairs. Field repairs can make this stuff very, very durable. Volksgrenadier squad does fall back now. We've now got the 2 Pack 38s pushing way forward. Panther now deployed on the field. No levels of veterancy just yet. No levels of veterancy on the field queue. And it looks like it's now getting some good hits there onto that Sherman tank. There's another good pair of hits there, but should be escape on out there? Oh no, he doesn't. I thought he went out of vision range, but I always forget how far those things see and shoot.
They are attacking secure territory.
I mean, if you look at it, it does see pretty far of those things.
The Yankees are attacking one of our OPs.
Volksgrenadiers push way forward. Over here, do you have the Sherman tanks potentially advancing? Does take up the fuel observation post. He does actually need that fuel. That's going to be captured the multiple parts of the map. Got 2 Volksgrenadiers here. Both of them a little bit wounded. Good landmine there, very nice. That could be very useful.
We're losing territory.
Volksgrenadiers advancing forward. Those a frag grenade there. Does get a decent hit down the Volksgrenadier, and it looks like the Volksgrenadier squad will get wiped out. He should have access to assault grenades. Maybe now's a good time to throw some assault grenades on these riflemen. Help him really push back. Activities in this region do now have the Panther rotating around, and I think that's a Grenade Warfare hit there. Volksgrenadiers down to 3 miles there, Riflemen's down to 4. We got Veterancy 2 on support units, and the Rifleman squads do fall back. Volksgrenadiers could fall back as well as the Pioneers capture these sectors. Panther in pursuit of these Sherman tanks. Landmines still in this region. He does have enough munitions for manpower bullets. Finds that landmine, getting an Ostwind upgraded, as well as an Ostwind or nice crossborders deployed. Greyhound finding a whole bunch of misses on these Pioneers, and now giving some hits. Now I do got this Pioneer squad falling on back. Let's get a good hit there.
They are attacking secure territory of the fatherland.
And it looks like it's trying to decapture that fuel point now. It has been upgraded with observation post. This engineer squad see quite a bit of damage there. I think the landmine was detonated from the Grenade Warfare. Panther rolls a miss there. Nice crossholders has been completed. We do now have Veterancy 1 tanks being deployed on out. And now I do have the 76mm Shermans now deployed on out as well. Does use the manpower blitz. Fuel's down to minimum. US player, wait. Oh yeah, that's field repair is, no, Allied War Machine is the Calliope line, not the Pershing line. I always get those mixed up sometimes. But now we do have a Pershing now available. So maybe you want to get out a second Panther if that comes out, because with 2 Sherman tanks, upgunned Sherman tanks, and a Pershing, he may need the extra firepower, though he does have 2 Pak-38s. One of them camouflaged right there. A landmine was spotted there. It may have been the hit on that Panther. US players not to put out a AT gun there. Engineers do find a good hit from the Grenade Warfare, and they do spot the wounded AT gun there. You may well get Veterancy 1 light vehicles to improve these Pak-38s as well. At least give them some health regen. That's crossovers advancing forward. We'll find the flame shooters as well as 2 76mm.
Unit down.
Oh! I think that's the fastest I've ever seen a nice crossholder gets killed. Because that was a full health nice crossholders getting double tapped by the Shermans and being a little bit singed as well.
Ordering gear.
That is a little bit of bad luck, to say the least. Has he gotten a free Grenadier yet? No, he's not gotten a free Grenadier yet either. And at this point in time, he really does need it. Pak-38 set him in a good position there to hit that Greyhound repeatedly. And we'll miss the Greyhound at least once. We'll hit it that time there. And we'll be out of arc. So it has bad pathing. Panther does find a hit there. So the fact that I rolled a miss on that first shot means the Greyhound will stay alive. Panther does roll a miss there. Grenadiers and the Volksgrenadiers advancing forward. Rifleman squad focus on the Volksgrenadier. May want to focus, no, it's actually focus on the Rifleman. Goes a grenade there. It's a good hit there. Grenadiers throw a grenade as well. Rolls a miss. And both those forces do fall back. AT gun trying to advance on forward. Got also an advancing on forward. Should be able to deal with the Greyhound. Pak-38 looks like it will get overran. Greyhound rolls a bounce down the Ostwind. Panther has been fully repaired. Grenadiers captured this point now.
We are losing ground.
And now we do got a line of wire deployed up by the Pioneers. We do have the rifle squads being suppressed by the MG bunker. Volksgrenadiers captured the point there. Greyhound getting repaired up quite nicely. Up here, we got the Sherman takes advance forward. Does get a good hit there onto the AT gun. These field repair. Sherman takes are very durable, and that make them even more durable. Roll some misses there. 50 cal does not decrew that Pack 38. Sherman takes rotating around, trying to deal some damage to this fresh Knight's Cross holders. Right now, the Wehr players' resources are quite down and low. Should have enough. Well, it has 3 command points. Should eventually go for a stew, but at this point in time, an extra. He knows about field repair, so now he knows fighting against armor. And soon he'll find out that there's a Pershing right there hitting his Oswin. Oswin needs to run away. Pack 38 is the crew right here.
Broken. We have territory.
And most of the Oswin will go down to the Pershing. Panther rotating around, we'll find the upgun Shermans. There goes the Oswin. Gets hit there onto the Sherman tank. Now field repair is active once again. Field repair generally out damages the Panther. And now the Panther is falling back. The Panther has received a little bit of damage there, nothing too significant. Now the Pershing and both of these 76mm Shermans tanks advancing forward can do some great damage. Do have no Panther squad in this region. The Pack 38 may need to fall back.
Crew, look alive. Ready to roll.
He's a good damage on that observation post. He may not need it anymore. He has a small. He sort of still needs it. Does have now the stew available. At this point in time, he basically need to get the Tiger out since his fuel income is quite minimal. He needs another Panther. And going for a Tiger tank, granted it'll take a bit of time, will help him fill the same role. MG Bunker has now gone down. The VPs are in favor of the US player by a small margin.
We're losing territory.
Rolls the balance there. Panther advancing forward. It does roll some hits there, some misses there. Pack 38 now supporting the Panther. Panther's overall bad position. Engineers do capture the Pack 38. Will they get a shot off in time? Is it a good angle? Does get a shot off. Very, very winning. Pack 38 still in a great angle there. Multiple hits there and bounces on the Panther. And there goes the Panther, giving veteran seat to the Pershing. Allied War Machine has now been activated. Does get some good hits there onto the Sherman tank. Multiple hits there. And looks like he's out of vision range now.
We're losing a sector.
Engineers trying to capture that fuel point now. The Wehrmacht player not deploying out anything at the moment. And still has not gotten a free Grenadier. He really does need that because he needs an extra Panther truck now. Grenadiers do get suppressed there. Now do have the nice crossovers seeing to the fire there. Now we've got these forces falling back. Over here we've got the engineers, pioneers, advancing forward, seeing a bit of damage. And will be burned alive. So those lose the minesweeper squad there. But right now the Axis player is just losing a lot of items. He right now he's down to one Volks Grenadiers, the one Pack 38, the other one has been fully captured by the US player.
The Yankees are grabbing our territory.
2 Pioneers, no more Minesweeper. The Grenade Warfare is still alive. Knight's Crossholder, relatively fresh one alive. Now do got another Panther and Knight's Crossholders. We do have the manpower bullets there. He could go for another additional Knight's Crossholders, but maybe just want to get another Pack 38. He needs AT, and this one desperately needs repairs and healing. Pershing's now veterancy 2. When Pershing gets veterancy, they become deadly. Heard of mine detonation, or was that Grenade Warfare? It must be Grenade Warfare, putting off that rifleman there. Pioneers are salvaging that wreckage now. Which will net him a good amount of munitions, that's for sure.
The enemy is seizing our territory.
Both Grenadiers do receive shot there from the Pershing. And does get another good shot there. German tank finds a good hit. He captures the fuel point and needs to fall back. And does lose the squad entirely. Fresh Panther does push forward. We have Veteran C2 and tanks. Panther squad's trying to advance him forward. One Panther loaded on him. Panther received quite a bit of beating now. And Pack 38 does fire a shot on the Grenadier. That's a good hit there. And right now the Grenadier squad needs to fall back. Has seen too much damage.
Clear the breach and get ready to load.
Pershing Greyhound here, just providing some good field coverage.
The Americans are capturing a sector.
I'm going to open up my other drink. I'm a little bit thirsty and just finished off my first one.
Fuel point is captured.
Pershing gained some much needed repairs. Very nice. Over here, the Grenadier Warfare firing away. Saw the MG bunker, mortaring it.
We are taking heavy MG fire.
MG fire. Oh, yep, that's these guys here finding the machine gun placement. Machine gun placement slowly going down, but looks like the Grenadier Warfare may be out of range of it. It may be eyeing a barrage right here, because you can see most of the explosion marks are right around here. So maybe just out of range.
Territory.
Oh, finds a landmine there. Greyhound gets a good shot there. Sherman does finish off there. Panther makes forward, not fully repaired. Greyhound and Sherman tank advancing on the flank. Panther gets some shots onto the Sherman tank there. Pioneer squad does not receive a shot there.
I don't know if I can hold it.
We are losing ground.
With the voice, let's contact.
Getting some shots there onto the Pack 38. Does roll a miss there. Grenadier does see the hit there. Does find a shot there onto the Panther. Now starting to press the Grenadier there to pinto mounts. Grenadiers could throw a grenade on top of that Pack 38. Maybe a good idea. Panther, oop, there goes the Grenadier entirely. Does drop a Panther truck there. Pioneers also eyeing the rush forward to pick up that Panther truck. Does get flinched a little bit. Pack 38 does get decrewed. Another Pack 38 shooting somewhere. Oh, that's just the M180 gun. Finds it there in the Panther. Does retaliate a little bit. It does actually recrew and gets wiped out with that Pioneer squad. Probably been better just pick up the Panther truck. Now got field repair activated. Much needed repairs from these forces. This Panther just needs to roll away. Another manpower bullets have been activated. M180 gun does a good shot as well.
The enemy advances.
Say he should be deploying a bit more Pack 38s at the current rate of the manpower blitz. We got a fresh one over here, but we're seeing some fire from the riflemen. We got 4 Knights Crossbow squad on the field. Still 2 command points away from the Tiger tank. Now the Grenadier and the Knights Crossbow holders may need to fall back sooner rather than later. Actually, going to pick up the Knights Crossholders. It looks like they get also annihilated. So much firepower from all these tanks. And now I do have a Vet 3 Pershing. That is going to be a monster to kill. Knights Crossholders advancing forward. And does fall back now. Could actually be wiped out and gets annihilated. Does get a damage to the crit there with that Grenadier Warfare. Pershing and Sherman takes now advancing to the base.
Our base
Does
is under
decrew the
attack.
Pack 38 there as well. And now he finally got his free grenadier. He does need it. He needs a Pantrek for. He doesn't have enough munitions for a Pantrek. Pack 38 now pulled on out. Not so fresh Pack 38. Takes out one of the repair pioneers. Fresh Knights crossroads on the build queue. There's 90 fuel at the moment. And the Grenadier is getting annihilated there. Being reinforced. Yeah, this. If you get opponents in this position there, you have no reasonable TSF. Pack 38 is not rotating around. Oh, and that's Glide Barrage. Does decrew the Pack 38, does wipe out the Grenadier. And now with the Kriegswerks going down, that'll deny any further Pack 38. I should destroy the Kriegswerks first and then the Panzer Command.
Yeah?
Our base is under attack. We are losing ground.
Next crossover here does get suppressed by the MG-42.
The Yankees are grabbing our territory. Unit down.
Pioneer gets annihilated. Now you got something employed by the Kriegswerks, but it's already dead. Two Knights cross-border models immediately gets crushed by the treads of the Sherman tank, and the last one will get gunned down. Yeah, this game's over. Yeah, at this point in time, he really needs to just back out of the game. I'm going to fast forward because this game's pretty much over. I haven't seen anything, it was just map packs. Oh, there goes that stew.
Capturing the sector. They're in the perimeter. Our base is under attack.
And that is the end of the replay. This is Angrade saying thank you for watching and on to the next replay.